When authoring CSS, you have few options available to you as to where you can write styles. In this course, we will cover all the options that we have, how you should use them, and how they affect your webpage. So each option has its advantages, or it might have its disadvantages. So let's review the different ways we can use to apply CSS to our pages. Some people say that there are only 3 ways to associate styles with your HTML documents, but in reality, there are 4 different ways available to you. The first way is called Inline CSS. You can simply add a style attribute to any HTML element to define style rules. The style attributes can contain any CSS property. So let's see how we can do it with an example. As you can see, the syntax can be a little bit cumbersome, as you start with the style attributes, then follow it with a semicolon separated list of CSS rules. Generally, using an inline style is discouraged, as they are inefficient and can be very hard to overwrite or maintain. Editing an inline style can be a nightmare. I believe that inline style are only to be used when creating quick HTML CSS mockups or prototypes, or for temporary styles for a specific element, or for HTML5 emails. The second way to use CSS with your HTML documents is called embedded styles or internal style sheet, and this is only applied to the documents that they're found in, which makes them inefficient and repetitive for site-wide styling, but perfect for targeted styles for a particular page. To apply embedded style, you use the style element or tag. The tag is placed inside the head element, so when we preview the result in the browser, you can see that it is working. Now let's move to the third way. The third way to use CSS with your HTML documents is external style sheet. This method gives you the ability to separate the content from the presentation, making the maintenance fairly easy. So with it, you can apply one style sheet, one CSS file to multiple pages. So our website is completely changed with just one file. So let's see how it works. This method is applied by using a link tag in the head element of an HTML document. This tag has attribute like rel, which is required, so we must say that it is a style sheet. Then the type attribute, so we give it a value of text CSS. Then the href attribute to refer to the CSS file. The CSS file is simply created by adding a .css extension. In this file, you write your CSS rules. Finally, another way of using an external style sheet is with a CSS import statement. It lets us import CSS from other style sheets. To include it, it is simple. You just write @import followed by a set of quotes and semicolon. And inside the set of quotes, you specify the path to the CSS file. So this will let us separate our CSS into different styles. For example, you can have a small CSS for the navbar, another one for the footer, and then you combine them together with the import method.